Well, we're layers. I'm Elliot.
Lance.
I'm Nick.
Thompson couldn't be here today, but he's here in spirit. We've been recording here at Univibe Audio in Birmingham.
Yep.
It's a self-produced EP. We've just finished tracking it. I think it's gone really well.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, we've been doing it ourselves, really, self-produced, engineered it ourselves, mixing it ourselves, so, yeah. The last recording we did was our first song video called Corners. We did that ourselves as well. It was at a different place, but the setup was very similar. There was live guide tracks done with guitar, I think with bass as well. And then it's all multi-tracked, so drop the drums down, and then we do guitars and bass, and then vocals are after that, and then we'll look at adding overdubs and little sprinkly bits. We normally run to a lot of tracks. They're normally quite big productions. I think Corners was there was probably 12, 15 guitar tracks on there, different guitars, different amps.
Yeah.
So they become quite big productions, but yeah, the tracking is relatively standard, relatively simple. Just we haven't done it live because we want to get that extra kind of polish, but yeah, it's guide tracks and then done, built up incrementally.
Yeah.
So simple, really.
We do a lot of our pre-production in the rehearsal rooms, don't we?
I think so, yeah.
We'll kind of we'll take a song. The pre-production starts when that song idea is pitched, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Because then it goes through about 8 or 9 different changes. Well, not exactly. There's a number of different changes that song will go through before it even gets to be recorded.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
after that, we tend to record it more than once anyway.
Yeah, and we always record certainly not as much nowadays, but we used to record a lot in the rehearsal room, didn't we? So we'd be able to hear a song back, and you can kind of go, oh, hold on, you're playing a different chord or whatever, because the rehearsal room is quite loud sometimes. So we used to do that quite a lot.
I think we practice a hell of a lot.
Self-censorship, isn't it? Yeah.
Which always happens when you get into the studio, because time is money, basically. So if you can come in and be as efficient as you can, it's going to help you in the long run, because it's going to cost you a lot of money if you get in and you've got to mess around.
So we know exactly what we're doing, don't we?
Yeah, everybody knows their parts. For me on the drums, even down to, me and Nick work quite hard on kick and bass patterns together, and a lot of that is because we're able to listen to it back. Even if it's just a mic in the room, you can listen to it back and go, well, that doesn't work, that does work.
Yeah.
Bit of self-censorship goes a real long way. So we know our parts, we know they're tight, we know that they're right, as much as they can be.
It just makes things easier for the actual process of recording. We can save as much time as possible, and for that fact, just recording, getting the performance right.
Yeah. Biggest mistake you can make while recording is coming in with beers and with bad frame of mind. I think.
Yeah.
I prefer to come in and be as efficient as possible. I think just being in the studio and recording your EP or your album is fun enough in itself. I think that if people are efficient and really want to play well and want to come out with the best product that they can, then it's If you can do, because it only helps in the long run, especially if you're doing it multi-track. I think it will help your performance live as well.
Yeah.
If you make a habit of using the click, it's not ideal for some people to use a click live, but if you do it in practice, it's going to benefit you in the long run.
Yeah, always for me, definitely 100%.
You want to obviously pick a producer that you get on with for one. You've got to be able to get on with this person really, because they're gonna. You might, and you might be giving them some license to to change things, maybe
You've got
sonically, or
there's got to be a mutual
an
respect.
arrangement. Yeah,
You've got to respect their opinion, because like you say, there is a possibility that they'll say this needs to change, this needs to change. You need to have the trust there, which means you've got to get on. I think money is a big issue. You need to do the best that you can afford. Most times you do get what you pay for, but every now and then that's not the case. But this studio is it's local, but it's equipped incredibly, so it's perfect really. We don't need to travel. There are cheaper places, but there are also more expensive places. It sits right on where we need it to. So as far as studios go, I think the place needs to be comfortable. It needs to have the right amenities. It needs to have a good gear list and a good room. But otherwise, it's about the people.
And you need to feel comfortable first and foremost, because you need to get the best out of yourselves. You need to also get the best out of your producer, so it's mutual really. So if you all feel comfortable.
And budget is important, but I would always just say that it's about getting the best that you can afford, whatever that may be. Taking pride in what you do, taking pride in the output, which means the best that you can possibly do.
Maybe look at bands that you're influenced by, or look at producers' work, listen to producers' work, to see if it's work that you like.
Results are important, and a lot of a producer's job is taste and opinion. As well as any technical things. And if they've done a load of stuff that you love, then you know that you're going to get in the ballpark of what you want to sound. You need to make sure they understand the band, so that they're not turning Slipknot into Miley Cyrus, but at the same time they understand where you sit and how you can improve. But a lot of it is relationships, like we said. A lot of it is getting on with the guy, and being in the right frame of mind. And then if they're in a position where they want to work, they'll make you want to work. If they're not going to be messing around all day, if they're professional, it will cause you to be. I think that's the biggest thing. Get somebody that understands what you do. I think that's the best one for me. They understand what you do and want to take what's unique about you and make it bigger and better. That's important. I'd like to go with Butch Vig to ICP in Belgium, which is a massive complex with anything you could ever want.
I'll go with that.
Incredible places, and Butch Vig to me is a god of production. These days money's scarce, so you need to get the most out of what you pay for. If you've got 5 days in the studio, you need to work for those 5 days to get the best out of it. If you're spending a day because the drummer doesn't know his parts, or you've got crappy strings on the bass and there's no music shops to get new strings, you've just got to be prepared in your parts, in your gear, everything. I think that's the top tip. I think that's the top tip for just bands as well. Always be prepared. For life. Don't do anything until you know you can do it backwards. And then you're going to go in, rattle the song out, and then trust the person to mix it to make it sound like you.
Top tip.
Top tip.
Sounds good.
Thank you. We've been Layers. Goodbye.